M87 Galactic Nebula just redeemed first.
You will give me an egg. You will give me an egg.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
Stretch! Stretch!
You will give me an egg. You will give me an egg. You will give me an egg.
Hi. Lirvin just redeemed, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. M87 Galactic Nebula just redeemed, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. 11 sextillion 110 quintillion just redeemed, say hi.
Hi. Thank you for the meds
M87
check.
Galactic Nebula just redeemed, meds check.
Where have you been? Tell us. I got COVID. I got really sick. And then my schedule got like really messed up and I've been going to doctors and I've not been well. But I'm starting to feel better. Dodler is streaming. True. I've taken a lot of time off because of it, but I'm gonna get back in. I'm not gonna be doing every single day this month, but I will be doing like half of the week, at least. It's been 5 years. It's been 83 years. I'm alive. Hi, Punk. I'm sorry I was gone for so long. I was not well. I was not well at all. I spent half my vacation sick. Today I only felt better. I don't want anything. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That is awful. I hope that you're feeling better soon. I guess it's just sick season. We're all getting super sick. That sucks. That sucks really bad. I'm sorry. And I also I've been gone for the past like 3 days specifically as well because of doctor stuff, and I went and got an MRI for the first time ever. I don't know if anyone else in here has had an MRI before, but I now understand why they are in horror movies a lot, because they are scary. They are so scary. They shove you into this tiny little tube, and the tube goes like, and like they had me they were like, okay, it's really, really loud, okay? So we're gonna put earplugs in your ears. I'm like, okay, got it. And then after that, they put soundproof headphones on me as well, with music playing. And then like, even then, right? Even then, I could still hear the MRI. It was so loud. It was so loud. Mom. Yeah, it's so loud. And it's so scary. You're just like in a tube waiting, and you don't know when you're gonna be pulled out of the tube because you don't know when it's over. Like, oh my god. And I had to stay perfectly still, and I was just like freaking out. Oh, it was wild. It was so wild. But for those of you who haven't seen this, wait, they weren't asking questions like House MD? Like, who did you have sex with? I was just getting my knee scanned. Remember earlier this year when I slipped on a Febreze and I messed up my knee and I couldn't walk, so I had to rent a wheelchair when I was in California visiting Key? Y'all remember that story. Okay. I messed up my knee, overextended, the tendons got messed up. Couldn't walk for weeks. It ripped up an old injury, and then I went to the doctors. I was like, I need an MRI, and dude's like, yeah, okay, they'll call you and they'll let you know when your MRI is scheduled. And so I had to wait a few months, but it got scheduled obviously, and I was able to do it just a few days ago. And yeah. Yep, remember that? Your knee? That sounds like a heart problem. But for this playthrough, we're on chapter 4 now for Purrfect Date. I don't know if y'all remember the first stream. It was chaos. It is a cat dating simulator, but actually a horror show. I don't know. First chapter, I played. Second chapter, Rose played. And third chapter, Sprinkles played. So whoever... Continue. Who wants to be the next person? We have 3 characters left. I remember some stuff. I was kind of dead. I remember you passed out, and yeah. But it was, I mean, also spoiler for those who don't know, but literally, me, Rose, and Sprinkles all died. Like, none of us were able to, like, actually, wait, I think I lived. I lived. Pass, I'm already ashamed of my life. No! Okay. We got killed! Okay, so I lived, I think. Was it me who lived, or was it Rose that lived? I don't remember. One of us lived. I think it was me. I lived. I turned into a cat. And I lived out my days with my cat lover. And then Rose didn't like the cat that she was paired up with. No. She was like, this guy kind of stinks. So she left. She broke up with her cat boyfriend and left. And she was waving goodbye to the cats. And the dude on the ship was like, who are you waving to? And then Rose was like, oh, I'm waving to the cats. And then he was like, Dad! And then his dad came over. And he was like, what's wrong, son? And then his son was like, she can see the cats. And they were like, oh no. So they shot her and they threw her overboard. Crazy. And then Sprinkles refused to do his job, so they fired him and then shot him and threw him in the lake. It was wild. Anyway, so you'll probably die if you're in this game, but it's up to you. Who wants to be the next pick? Should I trust the dodo with my life? Probs not, to be honest. What's your favorite Chinese proverb? I don't know any. Thank you for the headpads, though. If no one says, I'll choose. Let's see, who do we want to make? I could kill one of my friends. Hi, back. Hi, Buick. Ray? Rippin', choose me. Alright, which character do you want to play as? If I were a cat, I'd be cooked. Why? Top right? Alright. Oh my god. The face to the face card was so different. Okay. What do you want your name to be? CL, Buick, Regal, GNX. Curious for my own good. Oh. Well, okay, I'll just then. Accept. I would waste all 9 of my lives on eating uranium or something. What an amazing journey! I've always enjoyed being out on the open waters, and this was really smooth sailing. I almost skip off the wooden jetty to be greeted by a burly man in a security jacket. ID? I rummage about in my bag until I find the laminated security pass I was issued with on the mainland. CAL stands for calendar, by the way. Date issued January 17th, 2017. Actually, wait, is that January? I don't know. I can't read. Come on then, Skipper, follow me. I'm doing some Warframe leveling. There's an affinity booster in the calendar. Oh! I thought you said I would waste all of my 9 lives eating Uranus. No, uranium. Luckily, this guy isn't the sociable type, so I can take in the sights without distraction while we whiz around the forest path. It all looks so lush and green. The boss isn't there. Glad to have you on board, Buick. Shall we just go through a few formalities and then call it a day? That way you can get some rest before you start work properly tomorrow. Sounds good to me, sir. So, first, shall we have a little refreshment? I have water, coffee, or something stronger, perhaps? Gin? What would you like to drink? Got nothing? Water, gin, or coffee? I'd waste my life eating Dodo's Uranus. Who said that? Promote that guy. Nothing for me, thanks. Not thirsty. You'd be wise to keep hydrated, but that's none of my business. I'm not your father. Okay. The rest of the day is taken up with procedural stuff. Professor Popper is showing me around the island personally. It was nice to get to know him a little bit. He's rather eccentric, but in a nice way. The thing that stands out the most is my catalog. This technology is something else. I used it to scan some cats, but it can do so much more than that. The professor was most insistent that I keep it safe, which I intend to. Dehydrated, gang? No! Stay hydrated. Why dehydrate me? As I'm settling into my tent, I make a discovery that really catches my attention. It's a notebook that was obviously written by my predecessor. They've left it under my bed, which is as good as an invitation to read it as far as I'm concerned. I think it may be the first draft of a novel, and it's not bad either. They certainly have a vivid imagination. There are bizarre stories about talking cats and other island anomalies. They were obviously very inspired by their surroundings. I must say it's a great read. Imagine if it were true! I laugh at my little fantasy as I snuggle down for my first sleep on Cat Island. Sometime in the middle of the night, I'm woken by an intruder in my tent. Before my brain can catch up with what's going on, I've leaped from my bed shouting, "Who's there?" I scramble around for a few seconds before I realize that the notebook has been taken. The next thing I know, I'm running through the forest barefoot, chasing what looks like a cat. This is insane. A wave of nausea rises up me, and I realize I've become perilously close to the danger zone. Remembering the warnings in the notebook, I try to turn back, but my legs give way under me. I close my eyes tight as I hit the ground. I open my eyes. A calico cat is standing in front of me. It drops the notebook from its mouth. Get out of my walls! I pass out. I wanted to draw something, but my eyes hurt. Goodbye, Dodo. I hope they nuke Uranus. What? What the hell? I'm laying on the sand, surrounded by cats looking down at me. Yeah, caught us a live one. Move back, child. Yes, let them breathe, or they won't be alive much longer. As my brain begins to defuzz, I realize that this is what I was reading about in the novel, only it wasn't a novel at all. My stomach tightens to a knot. It was a journal. I focus my eyes and pick out the big marmalade cat. Have I been bitten? Well, of course you've been bitten. How else would you be able to hear us? This one's an idiot. Don't be rude. Calico Cat turns to me. You know about being bitten? You read the journal? Most of it. Enough to understand what's happening here, Kara. Enough to know you have a choice to make. I look from the cats to my scratched and bitten arms and back again. Buick, do we help the kitties or do we not help the kitties? It's up to you. Don't help the cats. I'm gonna need a confirmation of that choice. Oh my gosh. Do not help the kitties. Help you? After what you did to me? How could I ever trust you? You steal from me, put me in mortal danger, lie to get what you want? What would you do in my situation? Ouch! This ludicrous story about werecats is enough to make me think I must be going insane. So no, it's up to you to sort out whatever is going on here. I'll have enough on my hands looking after myself. Lame. What did I tell you? I knew this human lacked the intellect and stamina to be part of our research. You rude self-opinion. I would sooner turn into a cat than help you. There's a shocked silence. Slowly, the small calico cat pads up to me. I'm so sorry, human. If there was a way I could help you, I would. Trixie begins to sob quietly before turning away. My eyesight begins to blur, but I can just about make out the cats retreat the thick growth of the forest. Despite becoming more and more tired and foggy, I somehow make my way back to the research area, and that's it, really. I did plenty of work over the next few weeks on Cat Island, but I can't remember much of it. Time seems to have slipped by without me even noticing. I'm sure I did lots of good and interesting work here on the island, but I just can't recall any of it, only vague memories. At the end of the day, I'm not really that bothered. It all feels like a bit distant of a dream to me now. I stretch out into the sand, enjoying my midday sun on my fur, lazily licking my paws clean of the scraps left over from my morning feed. Meow. Oh my god! Buick, you sped run that chapter! That's what it's supposed to take hours! Okay. Continue. Chapter 5. Who wants to be the next kitty? Who wants to be the next kitty? Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Hopefully that doesn't frick up your 100%. It'll be, I mean, you can't get all of the achievements in one run, I'm pretty sure. I'm, like, you can't get every single achievement, so it wouldn't matter. I have to replay this regardless if I want every single achievement. Alright. I can? Alright, who do you want to be? You want to be this character, or do you want to be this character? Top or bottom? Middle choice. Top? Alright. Lurvin. I can't believe that chapter ended so fast. I step off the boat and onto Cat Island. I'm full of anticipation about what my first day will bring. 8 hours, 1 journal, and a wild cat chase later. So apparently this first day brings physical assault and the biggest trauma of my life. Oh, they skipped it. Oh, is it awake? Human, we need to talk to you. Save it, I know how this goes, fluffy bum, blah blah, codification, blah blah, evasive answers, blah blah, antidote, and basically you need my help. Did I miss anything? No, not really. Wow, you really did read that journal from front to back, didn't you? Front to back. Thank you for the save egg deposit in the nest. It's like playing Far Cry 4 and just waiting until the dude comes back. Yes, so are you going to help us or not? Lurvin, do we help the kitties or do we not help the kitties? It is up to you. My knee is hurting, so I'm gonna take... We don't? Oh my gosh. Okay. Do not help the kitties. Help you? After what you did to me? How can I ever trust you? You steal from me, put me in mortal danger, lie to get what you want? What would you do in my situation? Ouch. This ludicrous story about werecats. Werecats is enough to make me think I must be going insane. So no, it's up to you to sort out whatever's going on here. I will have enough on my hands looking after myself. Hi, Donut. Lame. What did I tell you? I knew this human lacked the intellect and stamina to be part of our research. You real self-opinionated cat. I would sooner turn into a cat than help you. There's a shocked silence. Slowly, the small calico cat pads up to me. I'm so sorry, human. If there was some way I could help you, I would. Trixie begins to sob quietly before turning away. My eyesight begins to blur, but I can just about make out the cats retreating into the thick growth of the forest. It is the same dialogue because they had the same choice. Buick and Lurvin both chose not to help the kitties. Despite becoming more and more tired and foggy, I somehow make my way back to the research area, and that's all, really. I did plenty of work over the next few weeks on Cat Island, but I can't remember much of it. Time seems to have slipped by without my even noticing. Sure, I did lots of good and interesting work here, but I just can't recall any of it. It all feels like a distant dream to me now. I stretch out in the sand, enjoying my midday sun on my fur, lazily licking my paws clean of the scraps left over from my morning feed. Y'all are freaking wild. Okay, continue. Who wants to be the next one? We have 1 chapter left. Please, someone who wants to help the kitties. Bird would like to be next? Alright. Burb. I'm sorry, Galactic. Burb said something first. We have 1 character left, so you're locked in. Maybe I should replay this on stream. And get all the achievements, maybe. I don't know. I step off the boat and onto Cat Island. I'm full of anticipation about what my first day will bring. 8 hours, 1 journal, and a wild cat chase later. So apparently, this first day brings physical assault and the biggest trauma of my life. I think it's gonna be the same dialogue. It's awake. We need to talk to you. Save it. I know how this goes. Fluffy bum. Blah, blah. Catification. Blah, blah. Evasive answers. Blah, blah. Antidote. And basically, you need my help. Did I miss anything? No, not really. Wow, you really did read that journal from front to back, didn't you? Front to back. Yes, are you gonna help us or not? Burb, are you gonna help the kitties or are you not gonna help the kitties? Help. Yeah! Help the kitties! Fine, I'll help, whatever. See you after my day job. Traitor. It would have been evil to choose not helping the kitties a third time in a row. I returned to the camp feeling a bit less grumpy. I'm just about to enter the lab to begin my legitimate work when the catalog beeps. A message without any contact information. Don't give the game away. Who the hell? But then I remember reading something about messages in the journal. I was so sleepy last night, I don't recall what it was. I decide to ignore the mystery messenger for now, or I'll be late for work. The rest of the day is uneventful, just working in the lab with the professor. I was tempted, but also didn't want to sabotage stream. I appreciate it. I cannot wait to start unpicking this mystery. I suppose the cats are my starting point. They must know more than they're letting on. I intend to get to the heart of each of them to see what secret they may hold. Alright, so first day. Do you want to start with romance, research, or reconnaissance? I don't think any extras are doable right now. Sherlock 1. What? What is Sherlock 1? I don't know if I remember that. I don't think we did Sherlock. Let's riz some cats. All right, romance it is. You have 3 choices. You have Kibble, Snooty Booty, and Ravenpaw. Who would you like to romance? Ravenpaw? Hell yeah. Ravenpaw's health has made some heartening improvements lately. So much that the professor and I decided she didn't need to be in isolation anymore and she could be moved to the lab for further treatments. Void kitty. As I prepare the salve in my pestilent mortar, I'm distracted by a tiny plaintive sound. Turn around and Ravenpaw's curled up in her cage, motionless. As I resume my work, there it is again, and I realize she's humming. Is that you? I thought you were asleep. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was humming out loud. What is that tune? Oh, it's just this song my mom used to sing for me. I hum it sometimes to get to sleep. It sounds lovely. Maybe if you taught it to me, I could sing it to you when you're feeling poorly. Ravenpaw frowns at me and buries her face under her paw. Can't sing. Yeah. Pretty eyes too. She has heterochromia. I think that's what it's called. Yep. Homophobia. He has homophobic eyes. I disagree. I bet you have a lovely voice. No. I put my tools down and go over to her. Well, maybe if you'd like to listen to some songs instead. I believe this has a music library. I take the catalog from my lab coat pocket. Let me see, how do I work this thing? I haven't used this function before. I fumble with the options until a song called Summertime begins to play. How about this? What is that? It's by Soft Summer. Do you like it? It's catchy, right? Making me want to claw my eyeballs out of my skull. Let's turn this off then, shall we? I frantically fiddle with the catalog until the music stops. I think my ears might actually be bleeding. Oh gosh, I'll go get my otoscope and some cotton buds. Not literally, you donkey. Oh, right, of course, you were making fun of me. I've never seen Ravenpaw be so open. It's great that she's inching out of her shell, but I'm not sure how best to react. Well, I think I can download more music onto this thing. What would you like to listen to? It's okay, you don't need to waste your data on me. It's not a waste if it would make you happy, Ray. Go on, you must have a favorite band. Nicknames already? Why are the cats so rude? I don't know. The one that Sprinkles romanced is super cute and adorable though. Ravenpaw goes quiet, lost in thought, until finally mumbles her response. Mad Catters. Hi team. I don't want to seem uncool by admitting I've never heard of the Mad Catters, let alone any of their songs. So I give her a knowing nod and start searching the music app. Do we be agreeable or do we be ourselves? The freaking screaming in the background. Brrr! What does being agreeable mean? I think in this context, it means we pretend to know the band and also enjoy the band as well. Kind of like lying, I guess. Because we don't know who the Mad Catters are. Myself? Alright. Oh, wow. This is loud. Yeah! Ravenpaw smiles and closes her eyes in appreciation. I sit awkwardly, waiting for the racket to end. Ravenpaw looks totally relaxed, her shields slightly lowered. Finally, the screaming stops and I hurriedly put my catalog back in my lab coat pocket before she can ask me to play something else. Not for you then? I just don't get it. My ears just heard racket. Sorry. Don't be. It's good we're all unique, so cards on the table time. Huh? All-time favorite song? Oh, there are too many. Probably wouldn't like any of them anyway. Ads, oh frick. We'll just wait. No posers here. I'm gonna eat my chips while we wait for ad to end.
You will give me an egg.
Thank you for the safe egg deposit in the nest. How are you doing today, Lexus? I'm eating ketchup chips. Look at all the things I'm too broke to buy. What ads are you getting? Welcome back. Raven asked what songs we like. And we said, oh, there's too many. You probably wouldn't like them anyway. Music. That's not the point. That's your taste, not mine. I showed you mine. Okay. It'll always be a Bowie song. Respect. Really? You like him? How could you not? I think it would have to be off the album Hunky Dory. Choice. Which song? I'm feeling flushed with success. This is going better than I could have imagined. Hooks. Cute. Because if you stay with us, you're gonna be pretty kooky too. I'm delighted she knows it. Maybe I am a little bit cool after all. I'll see if I can download some of his stuff for next time. Is that it then? I'm afraid so. I should probably get back to work. Ravenpaw looks dejected. if that's okay. Yeah, whatever. I go to resume my work, but the black cat lets out a small sound. Wait. Said you would sing to me? I feel myself go cold and self-consciousness engulfs me, but I try my hardest not to show it. Well, yes, if you'd like. If you really want to. I suppose I wouldn't mind. I clear my throat and feel myself begin to blush. So, what shall I sing? Any favorites? I don't know. What did your mom used to sing to you? Oh, crikey. She used to sing lots of things, but I don't know if I can remember any of them. Let me think. Oh, I know. Bouncy little baby on my knee, soft and pink and chubby. When you're awake, you'll have your tea and a bath so you're not grubby. Dream little baby on my lap, hap, 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 happy. Here is a kiss for your sweet nose, and now I'll change your nappy. As I sing, I notice Ravenpaw visibly relax. She's stretched out a bit, and I realize it's the first time I've seen her uncurl herself. Although there's plenty of room in her crate, she's always a tight little ball of fur in the corner. When I finish singing, she opens one eye. That was traumatic. You should probably get back to your work now. Rude! Ravenpaw makes a small, squeaky sound I've not heard her make before. Are you okay? Yes. She's laughing. And so are you. I don't know why, but when I see myself without big head, now I just like, my head looks small. Alright, do we want to do research, reconnaissance, or romance? It is up to you. And then when we get to 1 heart, we do rest. Should probably work on that cure. Alright. Search. We have research 2. Today it's off to the beach to tag some cats. Research 7. Professor Popper says we'll be testing some experimental medicines today. Research 11 seems like the professor is adding DIY to my list of duties. I've been asked to help the caretakers. Research 13. Time to check on some of our test subjects. Nothing fancy, just routine checkup. Or it's time to release some of the kitties we've been holding. I'll be sad to see the little ones go. Which research would you like to do? Many choices. Let's do some drugs. This one? The experimental medicine? 7? Okay. Medical trial. I arrive at the lab a little later than usual today. I got held up by an incredibly important task of petting all the cats I saw on the way. Really crucial stuff. As I enter, I see a large, unmarked wooden box on the table. Morning, Professor! I wasn't expecting you to be working alongside me today. I'm not, I'm afraid. I'm actually in a hurry, but I needed to explain to you a new protocol I'd like you to carry out for me. He opens the lid of the crate, and inside are rows of small clear bottles, each containing white fluid. What's this? Milk? No, these are samples from our offshore lab. Samples of what? So many questions. Curiosity is a marvelous trait for a scientist. Now I want you to run some tests on these. I want you to see how they respond to contact with compounds 16, 18, and 24. I noticed how deftly he evaded my question. Once you're done that, provided there are no complications, I'll need you to apply the sample to some of the cats and record the results. I beg your pardon? Apply the samples to the cats, Burb. We're looking for specific reactions. Of course, sir, but oughtn't I have to have a little more information before I start applying an untested product to a living subject? Look, Burb, I understand your concerns, of course I do. However, once in a while, one has to trim the red tape, and this is one of those occasions. Now, I really am in the most awful rush, my dear, but I have the complete faith in you. And suddenly, I'm alone. I pick up one of the samples from the box. It looks like a miniature milk bottle, but the fluid inside is creamier than milk. I retrieve the compounds from my cabinet that the professor wanted me to test and spend some time combining them with the samples. From what I can tell, the compounds are some kind of organic material, but no one's told me where they came from or what they actually are. I look at them under the microscope one by one and add a little of the sample. It's a bit like glue, so it's hard to get it to combine, but once I do, something odd happens. The dead cells that make up the compounds start to move excitedly. They aren't coming back to life exactly, but they're behaving like the living cells. I have no idea what this stuff is or its intended use, but I do know that I feel uncomfortable applying it to live subjects. I look at the cats in their cages. They look back at me with trusting eyes. Would you like to administer the sample? How unfortunate that I lack medical ethics. Does that mean administer the sample? I never took a Hippocratic oath. Yes. I'm so glad you said that because this was actually in Sprinkle's run as well. And Sprinkles refused to do it. And so they shot and killed Sprinkles. So, administer the sample. I suppose I have no choice. The professor will fire me if I don't do the job I was hired to do. I try to stay professional and detached. I open one of the crates and retrieve Muffin, a slightly plump Persian. She starts purring as soon as I touch her. She's a little older than the other cats and she loves the attention. I hope this stuff doesn't harm her. Sat her down on the counter, get a little of the sample, and apply it gently to one of her legs. She seems a bit put out, but she's still purring. That's a good sign. I wait about 20 minutes and nothing has happened. Hopefully another good sign. I apply a little bit more to the back of her neck this time. I feel really uncomfortable doing this without any recommended dose or guidelines. Flying blind goes against all of my training to date, but I have to have faith that the professor knows what he's doing. This is his project, after all. After another 20 minutes, I don't notice anything physical, although Muffin does seem to be a little bit more energetic than usual. She's happily chasing my pen across the counter. I wrestle the pen out of her grip and make some notes of my observation and place her back in her crate. I decide to spend the night in the lab. I don't want to leave her alone just in case anything happens, but by 4 a.m., Muffin is sleeping soundly and I can't keep my eyes any longer open, so I head back to my tent. Is Muffin okay? What would you like to do now? Romance, research, or recon? Alright, so we have Recon 3. Mr. Marigold knows something that I don't. I need to follow him and find out exactly what it might be. I have a feeling I won't like it though. I don't know what that does. Recon is basically us stalking the people who work at the island to see if they know what's up. Recon 5 is the professor's laptop probably has all kinds of interesting files on it. Luckily for me, there's a certain white-haired nerd who says he can hack it for me. Recon 8, I've got to focus on finding an antidote. It's time to run some tests on myself and get things moving faster. I'm running out of time. Damn. No, I'm missing you finish the game. Hi, Rose. You're right here. What do you mean? 8? Alright. I've been devoting all the time I can spare to working on an antidote for the catification process. Although it's not an entire failure, progress is slow, and I'm concerned that I may be running out of time. It's time I did some more tests on myself to record how the virus is progressing in me, and what effects it's having on my body. That should give me some idea of how much time I have left, before it becomes too difficult to hide the problem from other people. Bro, we just started. The catification process is like 7 days or something. I don't remember. I'm sneaking around in the middle of the night because I can't risk getting found out by Professor Popper or the Marigolds. The only person likely to check up on what I'm doing at this hour is Zane, the security guard. I'm confident he won't have a clue what any of this means. I start by taking my own blood. Never an easy thing, but trying to find a vein when you're also trying not to look is very tricky.
You will give me an egg.
It takes several missed stabs before I get it right, and I take as much as I dare without making myself feel. Hi, Lewin, thank you for the safe egg deposit in the nest. I take saliva swabs from the inside of my mouth, inside the nostrils, in my ears, and finally from my groin area. What? What? Anyways. Sniff, sniff, sniff. I seal each swab in its tube and label them 007. Corny, I know, but it makes me smile. I'm also pretty sure no one will pay as much attention to the numbers. Everything is numbered around here, so you tend to go blind to any number that isn't the particular one you're looking for. Next, I tweeze out the individual hairs from my head, eyebrows, arms, legs, and groin. Each hair is prepared and placed onto a microscope slide. Finally, I take clippings from my finger and toenails. Some I prepare onto the slides, some I put into test tubes for testing reactivity to various agents. Quite sleepy by the time I've prepared all my specimens, and I'm starting to think maybe I should freeze this lot and call it a night when I hear something moving around outside. I go and poke my head out, but it's too dark to see anything. Hello? Nothing. Is somebody there? Do you want something? This place can be very creepy sometimes. The little diversion has made me feel much more alert, and with my second wind I decide to press on with my testing. I work steadily for the next hour and a half before I can draw any conclusions. The short-term test results indicate that not much has changed from the last time I did this. Clearly, not progressing very fast, which is a big relief. However, I can see some marked changes from before. Mostly, these are based on the rate of cell growth and movement within the nail clippings and hair samples. Everything is growing more quickly. I'm a little disappointed not to have seen anything more informative, but I remind myself to be careful for what I wish for. I place the long-term tests at the back of the specimen fridge and will check up on them in 24 hours. There's not much left I can do now. I clear away all the equipment I used and leave the place in exactly the condition I found it in. Even Mrs. Marigold wouldn't suspect I'd been here. I'm just heading to my tent when I hear a noise coming from behind me, from inside the lab. I walk back and call from outside. Who's in there? Silence. I have security with me. I hear how ridiculous that sounds and curse myself for being idiotic. I walk into the lab, put on the main light, and I'm stunned to see the tests I put in the fridge out on the lab table. I have no idea what to do, so I just put them back in the fridge, but this time I use the padlock on the fridge door. Nobody ever bothers with it. I've often wondered why it's even there. I don't want someone getting at my blood samples. I'm too freaked out to think straight now. I need to get to bed. I turn towards my tent, and there's a huge dark outline of a man in my path. It's Zane. Evening. Evening. Working? Yep. Doing security? Yep. Good night then. Good night. And as he turns to walk away, I catch him say almost in a whisper. There's the monthly stock take of the fridge tomorrow morning. I turn to ask what he means, but he's already gone. I realize I'm being given a helping hand, so I go back to the fridge and get my samples. I'll take them to my tent and see if I can't grab some ice from the mess kitchen on the way. Oh, an ally. New unlocks Recon 9. Alright, it's a rest day because we only have 1 heart left. We gotta sleep. What? 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 This is supposed to be a rest day. But there are 4 hearts. Yeah, if you use the last heart, you pass out. We're trying to be resting right now. Anyways, I've decided to use my Sunday off to try my luck at treasure hunting. There must be untold riches in these shipwrecks that the Major hasn't got his paws on yet. When I was a kid, I used to love mudlarking on the banks of the Thames. How different could this be? As I approach the nearest wreck, I hear the sound of hushed arguing. There are only a couple of cats I can think of who would be all the way out here at this time. I know McMurphy is relaxing near the mess tent, hoping that Mr. Marigold will take pity on him and feed him a bit of tuna. Major is asleep in the forest. I checked him on my way here. As far as I know, none of the other cats even bother with this place. So, that leaves the elusive quarreling captains. I decide to lie low and see if I can make out what's being said. But that's a whole crate of grog gone! If you aren't drinking it, who is? I'm offended. I wouldn't dream of touching your reserves, Captain. I'm just as flummoxed as you are. A likely story. I see how you was when we were divvying up. You had that look in your eye. Visions of Mac looting all the grog he could carry flash before my eyes, and I'm overwhelmed with guilt. I should explain the situation to restore the peace. But I don't want to drop Mac in it either. Maybe I should take the hit. Hello, I couldn't help overhearing you. What are you doing eavesdropping? People can lose their ears for less than that. Now, Libby, let's not scare our visitor. How are you? Well, I trust? Yes, thank you. I'm sorry, but I just happened to be by and you were rather loud. I shall forget what I heard and go on about my business. And what business would that be? Having copped out of owning up about the grog, I certainly don't fancy telling Captain Libby that I'm treasure hunting. That would go down like a lead balloon. I think quick. I'm building a sandcastle. Both cats stare at me blankly. It's kind of a game. You have to make a castle out of sand. It sounds just as idiotic to me as I hear myself say it. It's great fun. Perhaps you'd join me? To my surprise, both cats inch forward and we begin to put together the most topsy-turvy sandcastle I've ever seen. Why am I so uncool? That's every character in this game. They're all like this. Alright. Rest day complete. Do you want romance, research, or recon? Turning into a cat? Why am I even treasure hunting? Well, that's a solid question. I feel like I wouldn't be resting in that situation either. More research? Alright. You have research 2. Off to the beach to tag some cats. Research 8. Checking on Muffin after all the tests. Research 11 is a DIY project. So is each rest a day? I guess so. Time to check on some of our test subjects. And time to release some of the kittens. Which of the, I think, 5 researches would you like to do? 13. Alright. Time to check on some of our test subjects. Nothing fancy, just a routine checkup. You wanna do that one? Yes. Alright. I'm spending the day examining the cats to make sure they're in good shape. Let's see if Muffin died yet. This isn't Muffin's. Muffin has a specific one just for her. That's research 8 is Muffin's research. Huh. They bring her up in here, but interesting. Okay. Muffin's a little grumpy today, presumably because she's an old lady and she's just been woken up, but otherwise she's doing well. As I replace her in her crate, I can't resist doing the human-cat equivalent calculation. I wonder if this is like an accident. But they have one specifically for her. She's 18, so if one feline year equals 7 human years, that makes her the grand old age of 126. I know it's nonsense, but impressive anyway. Smokey is being quite vocal this morning, so I grab him next. His hair is a lot more luscious than it used to be. I can't help but run my hand through it. Although it's no longer growing, I can feel how thick it is. Apart from that happy consequence, there doesn't seem to be any other side effects from the drug we tried on him, which is a relief. Further examination shows him to be very healthy indeed. A little bigger and heavier than last time I weighed him, all his other vitals are within normal acceptable range. I give him a small treat and he plods off happily. Who's next then? I suppose I have a free minute. I'm startled by the voice and turn to see the quiet chocolate brown cat from the forest has entered without me noticing. Oh, Bee, you came. Well, I was invited. Of course. Will you let me check you over? I'd like to update your details on the catalog. Okay. She leaps up onto the counter gracefully and I begin the exam. You're in very good condition, aren't you? Say so, Turntail. Why do you call me that? She ignores the question. Turntail means coward, doesn't it? The journal that the last assistant left says that you called them Turntail too. I've read all about it. What did we do to deserve being called cowards? You tell me. She looks almost sad. Well, I've racked my brain since you first said it and I can't really imagine. I continue taking her vitals, keeping myself busy to ease the tension between us. Turntail means traitor. Oh! You're taking too long. I remove the stethoscope from one of my ears. I'm sorry, Bee, are you in a rush to get somewhere? I can't quite hide the sarcasm in my voice. Not this. I mean with joining the dots, working it out. Working what out? The connection? I wait to understand. Between us? She's becoming more irritated with me, so I try to pull it back by being extra calm. And what would that be? It's like a red rag to a bull. Well, clearly not our IQ, mastermind. I feel stunned. I can't understand why she's so upset with me. It's an awkward silence while I finish checking her over. Sorry. Her voice is no more than a whisper. I beg your pardon? It's not your fault. I just get so frustrated. Whenever there's a glimmer of hope, it's snuffed out before any progress is made. Although I don't understand, I don't want to interrupt her. She looks so earnest. I've been patient for so long, I'm beginning to forget. Forget what? Time is so... It's so... We mustn't waste it! You look so small and lost. Look, I'm really sorry if I did or said something to get us off on the wrong foot. I think it would be a real shame for us to not get along. We could be good allies. Forget her old life, presumably. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Important. Huh? The word I lost, time is important. Yes, it is. See, we can agree. Maybe you and I could sit down together and talk about that a little more. Maybe we could. He leaps off the examination table and saunters towards the door. I'll let you know. Turntail. She's gone before I can reply. We got Research 10 unlocked now. Alright, romance or recon? If we do another research, it'll end the game. Romance? Alright. Back to Ravenpaw. In the lowest drawer, right at the back. No. I can't find it, Ray. You're sure it wasn't in the cupboard? No. It's there. Keep reaching. It might have slipped down the back. You're joking, right? My hand can't squeeze. Oh, hang on. I'll feel something nestled just under the bottom of the drawer. I think I've got it. If I could just... I try itching it out up the space behind the jar, but it keeps slipping. Just take the drawer right out. It won't come out. Something's jamming it. Well, give it a yank. Ray, it doesn't work like that. I don't want to break the cabinet. Wait, if I try... I feel around the sidewalls of the cabinet. for any blockages, and my hand finds a cold protrusion. I think I found the perpetrator. I wiggle off the offending item and pull my hand out to inspect what's in it. To my surprise, it's a bottle of nail polish in a muted dusty pink color. I decide not to ponder why exactly there's a bottle of nail polish stashed away at the lab and focus instead on the task at hand. Who's Ray? Ray is the nickname that our character is giving Ravenpaw. The drawer slides out with ease now, and I'm able to retrieve the book. Thoughts in Verse by L. Rutherford? Who's L. Rutherford? Ravenpaw casts her eyes down at her forepaws. One of the research assistants before you found this book somewhere along the beach. See, she used to read me some of the poems. We never worked out who the author was, but we think they probably came from the shipwreck. This is the first time I've considered that other humans on the island may have had their own relationships with my cats. I don't like to think about it, but I'm not sure why. Huh? I flick through the little brown book. The writing is very faint, but still clear enough to read. About half the pages are filled with neat words written in ink, and then suddenly, it's blank. You didn't finish it, I suppose. I like the one on page 3. It's really dark. Ravenpaw seems more lively than usual today. I hope that means she's getting better, or at least getting used to me. When darkness advances and silence makes its retreat, sounds begin where beach and forest meet. Yowling and hissing and awful cries. Then like stars in the blackness, the thousands of eyes. The sea's fierce temper seems kinder than here. This hell full of danger and hardship and fear. There's a long pause. I wonder what it means. Are you backward? Well, I know it's describing the island, but I wonder what happened to the author. It sounds rather distressing. Distressing? Ugh. Humans can be so exhaustingly repressed sometimes. Just think about it. Imagine this place, the island, before the clumsy humans cut a swathe through it and claimed it for science. Before your cozy tents and generators and protective gear. Ads. Oh, alright. Ray's a stupid name. The Ray nickname should only be used for Ray Lemondioro Hios Morgan. Why did you end that name with Morgan? Hey, you fuck-ass bird. Hey, you fuck. Hey, you guys. I don't know, felt right. That's valid. I mean, if the nickname feels right, you know, then I guess. I guess. What the hell? What the hell? Morgan is a unisex name, I think. It is. It is a unisex name. How's doing? I'm doing pretty good right now. That was a lie. I'm not doing that well. I feel kind of sick still. But that's okay. I'm eating chips, kind of. Don't bark me!
It's
time to drink water.
It's time to drink water.
I'll do that.
It's time to drink water.
Stretch! Stretch!
You will give me an egg.
Hi. 5GT_sprinkles just redeemed say hi.
Can't fit my water bottle in the fridge. Anyways. The crack open this one.
5GT_sprinkles just redeemed meds check.
We're gonna eat a lot of snacks together.
5GT_sprinkles just redeemed bird treat.
Delicious. Ever pour your drink on your socks and accidentally suck it out from your wet socks? Or is that just me? I think that's a unique experience. Actually, I want to say it's a unique experience, but I know it's not. There is absolutely, undoubtedly, someone has done that. Everyone take your meds. I can't be the only one you're not. I saw a TikTok this morning after I got up, and sounds like something I'd see on Kids Are Fucking Stupid. But I saw a TikTok, right, this morning when I woke up. Someone bought a new laundry detergent thing, right, the liquid kind. That's in the big bottles that you put out into the cup, right? And it spilled on the ground, and they didn't want to waste it because it was expensive, right? And it was a lot of detergent. So they grabbed all of their socks, and they grabbed all their socks and they soaked up the laundry detergent with all of their socks and put them in Ziploc bags. And so every time they need to do laundry, they just throw one of their laundry socks into the laundry with their dirty clothes because it has the detergent on it. That's what that reminded me of. I mean, that seems clever, actually. It's a way to not waste anything, but you'd be missing a lot of socks for the next few months while you do all that laundry. It's soap, you can't get it dirty. It's their laundry detergent sock that they stick in with their dirty clothes, instead of putting laundry detergent cups in. You can get soap stinky though. Stinky soap. I'm missing socks anyways, that's true. All that time ago, mysterious and overgrown, terrifying branches twisting up in the blackness like monstrous golems, the yowling of unidentified animals.
I am not a god, I am.
Capybara. Capybara.
Unfair_VD just redeemed since / retrieved Cappy from Davy Jones' locker. Get in box Zanzibar. Eggs Benedictio clown.
He has been sent to go with his father. Yowling of unidentified animals endlessly boring into your brain throughout the nights, making sleep impossible. No friendly little brook to bathe in, nothing to soothe the gnawing pain of starvation. The filthy, baking heat of the day, the relentless cold of the long night, the slow dawning realization that there's no escape. This is where the journey ends. This is the final destination. Hell on earth. It's obvious that Ravenpaw has thought about this poem a lot. I feel bad for being so insensitive, and must have been horrific. Yes. Be vulnerable or lighten the mood. I just watched Kenshi and Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat make out naked in some lake on my Twitter timeline. What? Vulnerable? Alright, we're gonna be vulnerable. Really put yourself in their shoes, as though you were there. I admire that. How else are you gonna understand? I'm a scientist. I'm trained to stand back and observe, be impartial. But if you keep at a distance, you'll miss the detail. Oh, I don't. It's about proximity as much as location. Sometimes I have to get up very close, even microscopically close, but I'm still on the outside looking in. I see the finest of details, but I don't think that's what you're talking about, is it, Ray? I mean, getting inside to the heart of it. Yes, I suppose so. It's the hue or innuendo, the essence of something that defines what it is. That's not always obvious from the outside. Well, it's very obvious in this poem. I wonder why I wanted to shy away from it. I'm not brave like you. Kidding, or fishing for compliments, maybe? I feel my face get hot. I wasn't! I'm playing. You have plenty of courage. You came here to this island. Not everyone would. You've held up well under very difficult conditions. And then there's the whole roar, cat monster, roar thing. Taken aback by your sudden impression, and it makes me laugh. How's that going, by the way? I shrug my shoulders. Sometimes, if I make a little progress on the antidote, I feel really fine with it. But if something I'm trying fails or progress slows down, I have a sleepless night making myself sick with worry. Then there are times when I forget about it altogether. How can I complain when I see what you guys have had to deal with? We're silent for a while. Not uncomfortable. Eventually it's Ray who breaks it. Oh, go on then. What? I know you're just dying to read a funny one. Not really. But there is this little limerick that I thought was hilarious. She rolls her big eyes and smiles. Okay, here goes. There was a young deck swab named... His hair was exceptionally wavy. I asked him, tell pray, what's got it that way? He answered, 'tis drinking me gravy. She cannot help but laugh at the awfulness of it, and we both keep laughing till we have tears in our eyes. I suppose I ought to be making tracks. Okay, but would you just read me the lullaby one as I fall asleep, please? Yeah, I like that one too. I lay out here and watch the stars, and all the world comes clear to me. The patterns soothe my battle scars. They show I'm where I'm meant to be. And while the sea is kind to me and rocks me in my slumber, and all the stars, the nears, the fars, o'erwhelm me with their number, I think of you, the brightest star, lost so young, gone so far. And when my final day is done, I'll follow to the place you've gone. Then back together, you and I will brighten up another sky. Sorry, but I need to go. Love you all, Lurk. Bye, Lurvin. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I want to glue it to my fists for plus D4 damage to the weak. What? Okay. I look down at the softly snoring cat. It looks so peaceful. Passed out so quickly. All right, we have romance or recon. What do you want to do? Nut. Recon. All right, we have recon 3, 5, and 9. Thank you for the safe egg deposit in the nest, Stinky. Mr. Marigold, the professor's laptop, or Marigold's again. Still staring at the frickin' animation. I'm closing Twitter. Send it to me. Send it to me in DMs, Ray. I want to know for science. 5 laptop? Alright, let's get to it. Call me Hacker Burb. Surveil the laptop! The professor keeps all of the data on a closed network. I have clearance to access a few files, but most of the info is encrypted and inaccessible to anyone but the professor himself. Good thing, then, that he left his laptop unattended before going on a trip to the mainland. He's gone to collect some specific components for some of the experiments we're running soon, or so he says, so I'm holding down the fort. When I open it, I see that his laptop is running the same technology as the catalog. It's the only working computer that I've seen on the island. It's password protected as I expected, but that's not a problem because I have a trick up my sleeve. Kibbles, come over here, work your magic. Kibbles has been playing with what looks like a rubber band under the professor's desk. Leaps up and stares at the screen with huge black pupils. It's a Unix system. I know this. Okay, so you'll have to use an OS exploit and a pen drive to boot straight to desktop. Okay, slow down. I'm not good with this stuff. After some fiddling and impatient instructions from Kibbles, to the desktop. Professor's desktop background is a picture of him surrounded by cats. It should look cute, but it looks strangely unnatural. We search for the files. Gibbs says we can get past the authentication process, but we still need to figure out how to decrypt them. Sets a process going to try to work out the encryption key. While that's working in the background, I take a look around the rest of the computer to see what else I can find. I find a folder with pictures of all the cats in it. They look like they were taken from a distance with a powerful zoom lens. Not very professional. Why do you think he has these photos? I thought the cat was missing his forehead. Oh god, only a face a mother could love. Y'all are ruthless. It's a freaking cat. He does have a very flat head, though.
You will give me an egg.
Thank you for the safe egg deposit in the nest. How are you doing today? Looks like he ran into a brick wall. I mean, he is missing one of his teeth, so maybe he did. I don't think he took them. He's only interested in cats as a research subject. Really? Then how do you explain this desktop background? I don't know. Oh, the computer makes a noise. The program is finished trying to decrypt the files. Ugh. What is it? I couldn't get past the encryption. We can only get access to one file, and it's an old one. I look at what he's referring to. Hold on, I'm gonna take some headache powder really fast. All right. Oh. Oh. But it's a good one. Yeah? What's it say? I read the document out loud. So, wait. Are you telling me that this cat can hack a freaking laptop, but he can't read? What the hell? Okay. Observations on Project Felix, day 74. Subject's ears are becoming pointed. Hearing range has expanded to 60 kHz. Subject appears to be developing a reflective layer behind the retina. Eyesight and darkness has improved by 50% since last measured. Subject's field of view has expanded to approximately 200 degrees. Body hair is becoming more dense. Longer hairs around the mouth and eyebrows have begun to grow faster and appear to carry sensory information. Attempts to reverse the change so far have proven fruitless. Tomorrow we will carry out further invasive procedures. 75. Administered a combination of aminoglycosylglucose glucose and the chemical extracted from the feral cat's adrenal glands. Initial results are promising. Holy crap, the mushroom case is over. Beef Wellington girls guilty. Good. I just read about that case like 2 days ago. I didn't even know what it was. And then I saw pictures of the mushrooms and I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Is that referring to the white cream we spread on the cats? I don't think so. The subject appears to be in acute pain at all times. Day 76. Subject has perished overnight due to sudden heart failure, potentially as a result of increased stress. Postmortem to be carried out at 1700 hours. Whoa, that's dark. Yeah, it is. Probably a good thing you never told the professor you're catified. I nod and download the file to the pen drive as Kibble's instructed. I close the laptop. That's enough for one day, I think. Recon 1 is now unlocked. It's like 45 minutes away from you. That is so close. Oh my god. Also, what a weird way to kill people. Okay, rest day. Let's see. Do they make us go on a weird side quest again? Get a lovely nap and wake up feeling revitalized. Your energy's been restored. Yay! We don't go make sand castles with cats. Okay. Romance or reconnaissance? Which one would you like to do? You have 3 romance left, 1 recon left. Does recon finish the game? No. No, it does not. It's only research that does, because that's our job. So once we're finished our job, they send us away. Romance? Alright. Trust me, I won't let anything harm you. I've come prepared. Ravenpaw eyes the basket suspiciously, and I realize it looks to her like a cage. Okay, let's read this. How about I carry you in my arms? Like a baby? Yeah! No, like a princess. A princess? Really? Ravenpaw shoots me a withering look. Well, you know what I mean, right? Like, I can hold this pillow, like so, and you can relax on top of it and survey your kingdom. You really are bad at reading people, aren't you? I'm not one of those gullible domestic cats like Fruity Cootie or whatever her name is. If I leave this lab, I want to do it with some dignity, man. Yes, of course, I'm sorry. It was a bad idea to try this today. Let's do it tomorrow. Aw, come on, Ray. You were so excited about this earlier. Don't give up now. Well, that was then, and this is now. I'm too tired anyway. You're always tired. That's part of the problem. We have to start somewhere, right? Or else you'll never get strong again. Yeah, but what if we see other cats? What if we do? Look, I'll be with you. No matter who we see, you won't have to deal with anyone on your own. Who do you think we'll see? No one. But you said no matter who we... So you think we'll see someone? I just got bullied by a pinhead named occassionally. What? What? Okay. No, Ravenpaw, stop this. You'll have to go out sometime. Why not now? I don't know, Ravenpaw looks so sad and tiny that I decide to not push her anymore. Okay, don't worry. We'll try again tomorrow, okay? No, let's do it. Oh, wow, really? The cat that just seconds ago looked so helpless suddenly looks determined. Yes, but if you hurt me, human, I will kill myself just so I can come back and haunt you for the rest of your short, miserable life. I suppress a laugh. I understand. I'm just gonna lift you now, okay? She definitely has trust issues. She's so light. I'm shocked, but I don't show it. I can feel the tremble of her frail body through the makeshift cushion. We've decided a folded blanket would be the best so we can use it for other things when we find our spot. Maybe that cat is me after all. She only has to threaten us threaten to poo in our underwear drawer and threaten to pee in our sock drawer and threaten to vomit uranium on us, and that'll definitely be you, Ray. Suddenly, Ravenpaw takes a sharp breath. I freeze. What? What's wrong? It's the air. We're right by the water, aren't we? I can smell the change. She laughs. I'm struck by how much this cat has come on since I stopped her. Only a week ago, she had no sense of smell. It's good, right? Yes, human, it's good. Smells deeply. It's very good. Would you like to sit down for a while? We're still close to the compound. No, go on a little further. I want to see it. Take me to the sea. Walk for a short while longer until I find a small collection of rocks that look like a good resting spot. This looks like somewhere Trixie would like. Yeah, she's always drawn to the rocks, minerals. It's her. We're friends? Yeah, when we were little. You want some water or a little snack? I take the picnic out of my backpack, and as I rearrange it on the blanket, I decide to gently press her. So, how come you were locked up and Trixie wasn't? I was never really free. I was part of the breeding program. My mother was bred with one of the elder cats, and as you see, us kittens are tagged and set free at 12 weeks. Except we're not. Not all of us, anyway. But I've helped to release the kittens myself. Yeah, sure. What, you actually let them out of the cages yourself? Well, no, but I've prepared them for release, and then they're gone? Yes, I've never really had a reason to question it. I'm getting that sick feeling in my stomach again. Where are they? Not everything is as above board as you'd like to think. So she was born a cat? It appears this one was born a cat, yes. Yeah, I'm starting to see that. Or above ground, either. What do you mean, Ray? If there's something I should know. I think that's enough for one day. I'm starting to feel woozy. I'd like you to take me back now if you don't mind. Coax her to open up or let her rest? Option. Let her rest? Alright. Got it. Don't poke a sleeping lion, that's true. Oh, come on. I'm sorry if I overstepped the line. Let's stay a little longer, please. I promise I won't talk about anything that makes you uncomfortable. Ravenpaw sits in silence for a while, and then cocks her head to the side as though listening. Can you hear something? Let's see. Ah, yes. Isn't it beautiful? It's peaceful. It really makes you think, doesn't it? There's a long and slightly awkward pause. Makes you think? About what? Oh, well, I don't know. See things, I suppose? Oh, human, you're so privileged. Laughing, but I feel like she isn't joking. Well, what does it make you think about? My mom. When I'd fall asleep pressed up against her chest, her breaths would rise and fall like the tide. Wow, that's beautiful. What happened to your mom? Can't remember. Really? Seem to remember so much seeing that you're half elder. Maybe I'll remember again someday. But right now, I just want to go back to bed. My head is killing me. Yeah, that's probably enough for one day. Let's get you tucked up for the night. Maybe a sticker for being a good girl. I laugh, but I feel the edge to her joke, and it stings.
Tintoran just subscribed for 12 months. Holy moly.
Holy moly indeed. It's already been 12 months, gamer. Thank you for the resub. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. Holy the moly. Also, that froggy lock wiggle is such a cute emote. Every time I see it, I just get so happy. I'll post some barks.
Man, are you cereal?
I'm always cereal. Bark, 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 bark. Thank you, 1010. I'm getting to unk status in this chat. Bruh. What the frick? We're getting Rick as a survivor. Wait. Ray, is that confirmed? Like 100%? Alright, let's go bother Raven again. Alright, we will. Romance. Is it 100% confirmed? We know we're getting 2 survivors from this, right? From when he released a survive letter thingy. Is that on Twitter? Hold the phone. Hold the freaking phone. Dead by Daylight. And it's Rick writing to Michonne? Dead. Wait, where do they post it? What? Did you Rickroll me? Check DVD channel? Alright.
Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules, man. We're lost.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if this will reach you. This place is strange. I've seen things that can't be explained. It's like how it was in the beginning. Supplies are limited, scavenging for parts, scraps of wood, anything you can find. It's not much, but maybe it's enough to slow them down. There was a man here, Dwight, a different Dwight. I saw him bleeding out and breathing hard. I took a chance, told him I had his back. All I could do was yell out, try to draw attention. I think it worked because I saw him a little later working on one of those generators. Next thing I know, I'm running for my life. Son of a bitch wanted blood. I thought it was done, but the people I'm with, they're good. Reminded me of inked out with blood. A woman, her name was Yui. She's saved by skin. Slammed down a pallet and told me to hide. I managed to get away, back to the campfire. Oh my god. So, Michonne's definitely not a survivor then. Michonne's definitely not a survivor. Hey, Rick! Dude, imagine. And she can't be a survivor. If he's writing a letter to her, that means she's not there. Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules. If that's how Daryl and Rick reunite. I feel like if they're adding in 2 survivors, though, one has to be a woman, one has to be a man, so that when they give the legendaries, they do it like how they did with Leon and Claire, right? And Jill. Like, they had, Leon got like every single male character as legendary skins, right? And then like Claire and maybe Carol, yeah. Who else could they, oh my gosh. What if they bring back someone who's dead? Someone who's really annoying? Like, what if they put Andrea? What if they bring Andrea? Rosita! You don't understand how fast I would P100. Oh my god! Oh my god! Judith? They'd have to age her up if they did though, because they can't have violence against children in their game. I've already talked about it, which is why Victor is technically 23 years old, even though he's literally an infant. Maggie would be cool too. Maggie would be cool too. Oh my god, they need to add Glenn. They need to add Glenn. Holy smokes. I want Rosita though. I want Rosita so bad. So freaking badly. I love her. I love her so much. Okay, Ravenpaw. We're gonna wait to like speak the story until after Burb is back from ad jail. But I am so excited. I want to save up blood points, but at the same time, I'm spending every blood point I possibly can to get as many cakes as I possibly can. Like, I got so many people up to P6 now, right? Like Aurella's P6, Hanato, Ellen, Cheryl's P9, Jonah, Astri, Nicolas Cage, Hattie, and I'm trying to get Trevor to P6. Not that I play Trevor, but for his alt. Like his alternate characters that you can play as, I really like. And then I'm gonna try and get Talita to P25 and Sable to P25. And I'm gonna attempt to get Fun, Leon, Meg, and Ada all at P20. That's like my goals before the end of the event. I've been getting like 3 procedures a day though. I need to work harder. Welcome back! It's late. Well after work hours. Ravenpaw asked me to visit her when Professor Popper finished his ship because she has something important to tell me. The lab is cold and silent. I can just make out the reflection of Ravenpaw's big eyes. I flip the light switch and the room becomes illuminated with a harsh, dazzling brightness that makes me squint. I came as soon as I could. I had no idea the professor stays up so late. How does he function on such little sleep? Keep your voice down, human. We don't want to draw any attention. Maybe we should turn off the lights. Sometimes the caretakers do random patrols. Ooh, you mean Mr. and Mrs. Marigold? I'm sure they're dead to the world right now. You'd be surprised. Anyway, enough chin wagging. I have something for you. A gift? Of course not, you div. Where on earth would I have gotten you a gift? The local gift shop? Oh, of course, I'm sorry. So what is it? Why? Because I think I can trust you now. Taken aback and I feel flushed with pride. can, Ray. I've sworn to help you, and I won't let you down. So, want this or not? Pushed her paw towards me, and I realize she has something under it. My stomach lurches as I worry it might be a spider or a fly. I hope she's not expecting me to hit. What is it? You know, thought you might know. As she lifts her paw, I'm relieved to see nothing is. On closer inspection, I realize what it is. Oh, that's called a key. It's used to open things that are locked, like doors or safes. You really are touched. I know what a key is. I meant you might be able to figure out what it opens, but I'm losing hope by the second. Oh, forgive me. Well, where'd you get it? Best not to ask. I'm serious, Ray. This could be important, and if I know where you got it from, it'll be easier to work out what it opens. Ravenpaw eyes me skeptically. I thought you trusted me. Fine, I got it from Mrs. Marigold. You mean Mora? The caretaker's wife? She's not the caretaker's wife, you cretin. She's the caretaker as much as he is. Yes, of course, but... He, Ravenpaw? Came to clean my cage last night, too lazy to take me out of it first. And, of course, Mr. Marigold came in and gave her the key. She put it here. Ravenpaw indicates the corner of her cage. Because her hands were full. Then they had a huge argument, and while they were shouting at each other, I used my ninja skills to hide the key under my paw. That was that. She didn't notice? So worked up about him that she clean forgot about it. Left without even bothering to refill my water bowl. So what makes you think this key is important? Because when he handed it to her, it said, "It's your turn. I'm fed up of being the one who always has to do his dirty work." Dirty work? Professor Prospero's, obviously. Prospero? Hooper! Oh, Popper, of course. Look, I've really got to hurry back to my tent now, or I'll be a wreck in the morning, but thank you for this, Ravenpaw. I'll find out what this key opens. I promise. You'd better. What hidden secrets? You unlock Recon 18. Oh my god. Frick, yeah. You want to do that, Burb? Recon 18. Can't. Hold on, let's see. What that even is. Recon 18, please. Yeah, we both got super excited. It is! Oh my god! I can't stop thinking about the key that Ravenpaw found. What is it used for? Maybe it's time to take a look around and find out. Yo, let's find out. I'm passing Professor Popper's tent on the way to my lab. Just as he comes dashing out, we collide, sending both of us sprawling. Oh goodness, Professor, are you okay? I'm up on my feet instantly and offering him a hand. I'm not sure that I am, Burb. Now I'm worried I've injured my boss. Is that a sackable offense? Here, let me take a look. Where does it hurt? I'm kneeling down beside him, trying to feel his legs. What on earth are you doing? I'm sorry, I thought you were... Cuts over me. I'm fine. Give me some space, and then you can help me search. Have you lost something? A key. A key? Where'd you lose it? Gives me a withering look. If I knew the answer to that, the key wouldn't be lost now, would it, Burb? I last had it in my tent, I think, but it's certainly not in there now. Thought perhaps I might have dropped it out here somewhere. I'm happy to help you look, Professor. It's got to be here somewhere. A thought strikes me. Wonder if this could be the key Ravenpaw gave me. Mind me asking what the key's for? Professor suddenly looks at me with suspicion. There's no reason for you to know that. Oh, okay, I was simply trying to get a picture in my mind. Big, small, silver, brass. I don't think there would be a lot of keys to choose from, Burb. Any key you find ought to be brought to me immediately, understood? Of course, sir. I'm sure you have chores to attend to. I wouldn't want to hold you up. The professor waves me away as he continues to search the grass around the entrance to the tent. Clearly, this key is important. As I make my way to the lab, I get an idea. A bit left field, but this key is clearly securing something important. Something that the professor doesn't want me to know about. And that makes me very determined to uncover what it might be. Cutting a convincing looking key with the equipment in the lab is easier than I thought it would be. I compare it to the one Ravenpaw passed on, and it looks almost identical to me. The thing won't actually work, but that's the point. Okay, goes. I send the professor a message using the catalog. I found a key in the lab. Could it be the one you lost? Send pic, please. I send the professor a photo of the key. Right there. I don't have to wait long. The professor is with me in seconds. Well done, my dear. Where is it? I give him the freshly made key. Turns it over in his hand. I hold my breath. It's the moment of truth. Will he notice it's not identical? Yes, I'm sure this is the one, but there's only one way to make certain. Thank you again. And he's gone. Quickly, don't lose him. Kibbles appears from under the lab bench. On it, boss. And he follows the professor. Nothing more for me to do, but wait. I don't have to for long. Kibbles is back within 5 minutes. That was quick. How did it go? Quite funny, really. Put the key in the lock and it wouldn't turn. He got more and more red in the face, and then he threw the key into a drawer and stormed off. So, what was he trying to unlock? Oh, it was the big metal thing in the supply shed. Really? The cabinets in there aren't normally locked. In fact, the keys are left in the doors. He wasn't trying to open that thing. He wanted to open the thing inside it. Oh, something else in there? Yeah, but I couldn't see what it was because he shooed me away when I got too close. Well, I think we ought to check it out ourselves, don't you, comrade? Follow me! I'm the leader. And he's slinking comically close to the floor. I suppress a laugh. Okay, leader, lead on. We're just out of the lab when the professor calls to me. Bird! False alarm. I'm afraid you'll need to keep those keen eyes peeled. Oh, what a shame. I thought our mystery was solved then. Never mind though, I'm sure it'll turn up eventually. Let's hope so. I'm off to speak with Zane. If you need me, I'll be down at the jetty. Yes, sir. See you at lunch. Strides off with purpose. The gods of Halagard are smiling down on us. Mission on! I double check there's no one around before ducking into the supply shed. After Kibbles points out the cupboard that Professor was opening, I post him on lookout duty by the door. He's in his element, pacing back and forth and doing quick gotcha maneuvers. It doesn't take long to work out that the filing drawer at the bottom of the cabinet is what this key belongs to. I turn it into the lock and hey presto. Inside are lots of hanging files and I have no idea what I'm looking for, so I take one at random. There are diagrams of 2 different cats. One of them is labeled Project Felix, Subject 26, and the other is Island Cat, number 38. There are some research notes in addition to the diagrams. Start to read. Day 215. Subject 26 and number 38 were introduced today. Number 26 was immediately aggressive. 2 cats had to be separated before serious injury occurred. Both cats are usually very docile with others of their own kind. Perhaps Island Cats and Project Felix subjects are sufficiently different that they view each other as a threat. I flip ahead a few more entries. Day 234. Subjects continue to attack each other on sight. Attempts to breed the 2 animals naturally do not seem to be working. Artificial insemination attempted today. Initial signs are promising. 101. According to normal cat gestation period, the subject should have given birth by now. It seems as though the addition of the Project Felix subject has extended this time. 350. Overnight, number 38 birth to a single kitten. The animal is small, black, and sickly. Shows remarkable intelligence in our tests. That's gotta be Ray, right? Day 354. Attempts to introduce the kitten to number 38 have ended in failure. Both the mother and father are inherently aggressive towards their offspring. Okay, never mind. Never mind. That last word we allowed in Automod is actually an English slur. It was referred to the DBD killer. Pinhead. Yeah, it was referring to Pinhead and Dead by Daylight. The remainder of the notes detail the increasingly horrifying experiments performed on subject 26, number 38, and their kitten. Eventually, the adult cats die as a result of the experiments. Day 450. After the death of Subject 26, the decision has been made to shut down this facility. 6 is not pleased with she has read in our reports. The offspring will be moved to the main laboratory near the beach for observation. Maybe it is Ray. I'm trembling. Oh my god, what is that? Is that a whole entire watermelon? What the frick? They added a watermelon. She said her mom sang to her though, right? Yeah, she said her mom would sing to her every night before bed, and like she liked her mom, but in this it's saying that her mom wanted to kill her, basically. At least it's not an egg though, right? Alright. I use my catalog to take photos of more of the documents before I lock everything away. I stumble outside where Kibbles is up on his hind legs as if standing to attention. All good, Sarge? Can't answer Kibbles. The handwriting on these notes is eerily familiar, and my mind is racing. So many signs, suspicions, all coming to light. I daren't say a word out loud, but I feel a sense of dread creeping in my heart. Kibbles starts to stare at me. Turned. I'm fine, Kibbles, I'm fine. Maybe she dreamed a better mom because trauma. That's possible. Cooking 2 meals back to back is so stressful. I'm so sorry. That sounds awful. Cooking different meals is really, really a lot of work. Oh, it looks like rest day is once again an event. Now, let me see. Is that everything I need? I refer to my mom's recipe. Nana's original granola. Large rolled oats, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, walnuts, flaked almonds, pecans, dried apricots, dried cherries or cranberries, banana chips, sunflower oil, cinnamon, salt, honey, and coconut. Jeez. Oh wait, did I forget to order the coconut? I rummage about in the supply box that arrived this morning until my hands find the bag they're searching for. Ooh, coconut shakes are a necessity. Am I British? I think we are. Handful is not a measurement. Yeah, they were like half a mug, quarter of a mug, full mug. They were both the same, but one was vegetarian and one wasn't. Oh. Damn. Oops. Wait, even if I had forgotten them, I'm on an island with an abundance of fresh coconuts. Still getting used to island life. We ordered coconuts when we could just get a coconut outside. Okay. I set the oven to 150 degrees Celsius and leave it to heat up while I measure out the rolled oats. I have quadrupled the quantities so that hopefully it will last the whole summer. It seems vast compared to how much I make at home, but it would be disastrous if I ran out. Homemade granola is an absolute essential. I mix the dry ingredients, oats, nuts, seeds, and spices together in a large bowl, and then I add the wet honey and sunflower oil to form a golden, moist consistency. I've actually added a splash more oil than suggested. The mixture was feeling a bit drier than usual. Next, I spread it evenly on a baking tray lined with parchment, partly to save the washing up, and whack it in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes, checking often because the seeds tend to burn quicker than I expect. Bruh, opening a coconut's a pain. That's valid. That is so valid. I love coconuts though. Now I have barely enough energy to eat, but I'm coping. I hope you'll be able to eat. Food is very important. Very important. The smell always drives me crazy. Toasty, warm, homey. I miss my mom. Once done, I add the fruit as it dries and cools and put it into several large glass storage jars. Being sure to stuff fistfuls into my mouth as I do. Meow. 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 Alright, romance time. Our last romance. Kimchi fried rice is S tier. I've never had kimchi fried rice. So, what shall we read today? I flick through the little book of poetry. Ravenpaw and I have gone through most of the poems. We're dragging them out to one a day now because we're dreading finishing it all together. We've got Alone, Love Sonnet, Bonnie Boat, and Hunger. Ravenpaw looks less engaged than usual. She usually perks up when I get the poetry book out, but she's sitting hang dog in the corner of her cage, shrugging at each title. I think we should read a happy poem today. Something to cheer us up. How about Bonnie Boat? Ravenpaw rolls her eyes. She hates the silly poems and prefers the dark, brooding ones about stormy seas and missing home. Just leave it. What do you mean, Ray? I don't want to listen to poetry. It's a futile distraction from reality. This is a first. I'm not sure how to react. I thought she enjoyed our reading time. Ray, is there something you want to talk about? Ravenpaw lets out a heavy sigh. You wouldn't understand. I shrug. Try me. No, you wouldn't understand because I don't even understand. I feel so deeply, yet I can't articulate it at all. It makes me want to scream, cry, laugh, sleep. I feel, Don't waste your time with me. You've got big, important human things to do. You don't want to be babysitting a cat like me. Ray, I love spending time with you. As soon as I wake up, I feel excited to see you. Read poems with you, discuss things with you. You're so unique. You have an amazing insight and a delightfully wicked sense of humor. I'm not babysitting you. I'm your friend. I want you to talk to me when you're feeling down, Ray. Because you deserve to be happy, especially after all you've been through here. Ravenpaw still looks frustrated, but mumbles. I guess I know which poem I'd like you to read. Maybe Elle will be able to say it better than I can. Read me Love Sonnet. Okay. I lack the words to say the things I feel. My tongue is slow and of the humdrum kind. And though my eyes were erstwhile keen as steel, you've eclipsed the sun and made me blind. I do not see the blight that you bewail, the fuzz of fur so soft against my skin. I will not shun the sweet curl of your tail, nor shut the door and never let you in. Our cursed fate has dealt us bitter blows, and yet, methinks, that mine are worse by far. For as the night gets colder, your fur grows, while I am left adrift with no lodestar. Is there one would laugh and not feel pity for this poor wretch whose love is turning kitty? Oh wow, it sounds like Elle was in love with a werecat? I wonder how that worked. I knew you wouldn't get it. I feel like I'm hurting her feelings without intending to, or understanding how. Explain it to me, Ray. It's not rocket science. I mean, it's just love is love. You can't choose who you fall in love with, right? If only you could, things would be so much easier. But sometimes love is just... it just creeps up and hijacks you, and no matter how much you don't like it or try to get away from it, once it's got you, and there is no breaking free. You make it sound awful, and, well, it is, if you're not sure of the person you're in love with, but it can be amazing too. Obstacles that felt insurmountable before suddenly feel insignificant. Things you thought you'd never be able to do are done. Poems you used to hate become love songs that sing to your soul. Human, cat, werecat, elder, whatever. Love doesn't discriminate. It will not be controlled or boxed up neatly to suit our prejudices. So we have to just grow a pair and come clean and see where it takes us. So, I love you. What are you gonna do about that? There's a long silence while I gather my thoughts, but eventually, I'm able to say, is this how oblivious I really am? Damn. You can always gaslight yourself into loving someone. You can always gaslight yourself into convincing yourself you don't love someone too. Easy. Easy. Rip this cat in two. Ray, why? Do you want to say I love you too, or I don't feel the same way? What would you like, Burb? Sure, cat? Hell yeah! I love you too! Oh, Ravenpaw, I thought it was just me. I didn't even hope that you would feel the same way. I know we've become close, but I resigned myself to thinking we could never be more than friends. That you wouldn't accept me. You really do go on, don't you? I blush with happiness. Do not the cat! Do not the cat! I suppose we both do a bit. So I guess we're stuck with each other then? I guess we are! And she smiles the brightest smile I've ever seen on her beautiful face. Relationship goals. Ravenpaw. Alright, now we have one left. Hold on, Mom just texted me. Alright. Research time. Ready to leave? Once you complete your research, your time on Cat Island will come to an end. Yes, I'm ready. Romancing cats doesn't feel any less weird than last time. It sure doesn't! Do cats smile? I don't know. I feel like dogs smile though, for sure. Alright, yes, I'm ready. Ba-da-ba-ba. What research would you like to do? We have research 2, which is tagging cats on the beach. Research 8 is checking on Muffin specifically. Research 10 is Mr. Bumble, an old boy. Okay. Research 11 is doing the DIY. Research 15 is releasing some of the kittens. My mom texted me again. Check Muffin's corpse? Alright. Time to check on Muffin. Let's see if she's dead. I arrive at the lab at the usual time. As I walk through the door, the professor is standing right in front of me with a disconcerting smile on his face. Ah, Burb! Perfect timing! Morning, Professor? Have you seen Muffin today? I haven't. Why do you ask? See for yourself! Steps aside, and as I enter the tent, I immediately see what he's referring to. Muffin is bounding and scurrying at breathtaking speed, sending everything in her path flying. Crikey, Professor, what has gotten into her? Some time ago, we tried to test a new sample on her, but there was no response at the time. I expect that this is just a much delayed reaction to that sample. She's like a hyper kitten. Indeed! I have an assignment for you today. Want me to catch her, don't you, sir? Absolutely! You must retrieve some samples for analysis, skin, hair, and saliva. Right? Okay. The professor chuckles to himself as he wanders out of the lab. He's right to laugh. This is gonna be easy. Muffin is bouncing all over the place. I stumble around for a while trying to catch her, but she's too fast. I'll have to think this through strategically. We lure her with food or sit down and let her come to us. Fat cats love food. Alright, so luring her with food it is then. I try the one thing that always works with Muffin. Food. I stand waiting with a handful of treats. Come on, Muffin, I've got your favorite! Muffin stops in her tracks and fixes her huge pupils on the food. She's suspicious, but she can't resist. She tentatively approaches. Suddenly, she leaps forward. I suppose she thinks she can grab the food and run back before I can catch her. She thinks wrong. After a brief tussle, I have her in my arms. She soon resigns herself to her fate. I give her some treats and she starts purring. I collect the samples with little fuss from her and replace her in her crate. I'm preparing and cataloging the samples when I notice something peculiar. The hair sample looks brittle, like it could turn to ash in my hands. I glance up at Muffin and she's sleeping in an unnatural starfish position, as though she conked out mid-leap. It makes me feel very uneasy. I go and give her a gentle stroke. She seems perfectly fine and relaxed, but I can't help feeling she seems older than before. I think I'm getting paranoid. Does it give like maybe short-term like baby vacation or something, and then it like accelerates aging maybe? I've come to the forest to gather my thoughts. This morning, I noticed another change in my appearance. Until now, it's been easy to cover up my transition. I just had to keep on top of removing the excess body hair. Even the stub of a tail that appeared a few days ago hasn't been a problem. Who'd see it? But this new development is definitely a turning point. How am I going to explain the fact that my pupils have turned into vertical slits? I can't risk anyone seeing me like this, so I'm gonna hide out for a while and see what happens. We're in the deepest part of the forest. It's become our favorite hangout since I ditched the idea of finding an antidote and followed my heart instead. No prizes for guessing where it led me. Straight to Ravenpaw. It took me a while to convince her that I was doing the right thing. She said, if you change your mind when it's all too late, you may end up hating her. But I could never hate her. I love her. I just want you to be sure. I'm more than ready to go with you. I know I can leave this cage if you're by my side. And that was it. We left the lab together that night and have been side by side ever since. Oh my god, I found Cuck Chair again. Yo, that's wild, getting the same killer like that far away, apart from each other. Skip this one, it's just noise. We have a little hat. What is going on with your head? You're such a granny. I'm gonna turn it up. Ravenpaw fiddles and paws at my old catalog until the volume reaches max. I bury my face under my paw. Come on, Wrinkles, learn to appreciate the classics. Oh, I think that's our hair. Because we had, like, because of the hairstyle we had when we were human. But I guess they just, like, kept it the same. It looked like a hat. Trust me, I do. This is rehashed rubbish. I shout over the throbbing bass. Ravenpaw laughs and hits me with her tail. Okay, let's listen to something else. Ravenpaw skips through song after song until she stops us at a gentle acoustic guitar accompanied by soft, soulful, angsty vocals. Better? Much. This is actual music. Why did I become such an ass? It's the catification. I feel Ravenpaw gently entwine her tail with mine, and we both purr in time to the thrumming guitar. It's funny how stressed I got trying to discover an antidote to this. I never dreamed I could be this happy. I could have saved myself a lot of worry. I never thought I was capable of being this happy either, but there's still one thing from stopping me from being totally blissful. Oh? What's that? Your terrible taste in tunes. I smile and drift off to sleep, feeling happy, safe, and loved. It's over! Oh, we only had 2 successful dates. Name Burb, relationship status, in a relationship with Ravenpaw, ending complete, ending achieved, rhyming couplet. I can speak. That's why you hate beautiful moments. Oh no. We will wait. We got 11 out of 18 research done. Recon's 12 out of 18. Cat's Romance 3 out of 6. Antidote got to 63.9%. I wonder if I can finish this. Like, maybe I should do a game where I don't help cats at all. I wonder if that's an ending. Just like, do not help the cats in the slightest.
Hi.
Hi.
177 just redeemed. Say hi.
Hi. Thank you for the hydrate.
It's time to drink water.
And the stretch, I will do that
It's
right
time
now.
To drink water. It's time to drink water.
Stretch! Stretch!
Hey, so are you
Are
into
you into
girls,
girls or what? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. My Twitter timeline is fricked. All I see is that one video. What? Do you see just what? How is that the only thing you see on your timeline, bro? I'm banding sorry, but I need posting it. Oh my god. Welcome back. We'll hit the continue button now, see what happens. Chapter 6. I thought we were at chapter 6. Wait, what? Meow, 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 meow. Guys, the new research assistant has just stepped off the boat. I ran as fast as I could. We already know about their arrival. Had you been on time for the meeting, you would understand that it doesn't matter anymore. What doesn't matter? I'm afraid you missed the most important part on the agenda, Trix. We've been outvoted. Outvoted? Yeah, sucks to be you. But that's not fair. You can't vote without me present. Apparently we can. I tries to cause a delay, if that's any consolation, my dear. but I was gathering intel to make the vote more informed. I can assure you that the new assistant looks much more promising than any we've had so far. Oh, Kara, you know this plan doesn't work. We've got to stop. We've catified far too many humans already. It is all rather exhausting, doing the same thing over and over, and expecting different results. If you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. But that's ridiculous. The more we try, the greater the chances of success. Come on, guys, don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle. What if this is the one who will free us, the one who will figure it all out? Please, I adore you, my dear, but you really are so naive. Figure it all out. Forgive my merriment, but it is all rather amusing. What's so funny about it? I think what Snooty is saying, Kara, is that humans don't seem to get the right balance to be of much help to us. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Who's Jack? It's true, they burn themselves out with work. Or just lays around all day canoodling with the cats. Or make rash choices they can't take back. So we need to help them get the right balance. I can't give up without a fair shot at it, please. I'm with you. I believe if we monitor them more closely, we may have a chance. Murph, you're a gambler. Take one last punt, eh? How can I say no to that angelic face? Hurrah! Revotes! Oh, man. Well, can we just get on with it? I'm missing out on some important beauty sleep. Okay, cast your votes. The end. Where is... Let me turn off my blue hair. There we go. Black hair time now. End half measures. First ending, Dodo and McMurphy. Second ending, Wolf Rose missing in action. Third ending, Sergeant missing in action. Fourth ending, Buick missing in action. Fifth ending, Lurvin missing in action. Sixth ending, Bourbon Raven Paw. Why did so many of us die? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god. Absolutely awful. Maybe the cats should warn the newcomers after I got shot. They probably should. Hey, so these guys will shoot you. Like, you know, maybe don't. God damn. Oh. New unlocks meet the devs extras. That sounds cute. Oh my god, the cat costume. A game by the Bay team. Wow. They actually didn't have that many people work on this. Oh my god, they had 3 people work on this. What the heck? Oh, never mind, they had more than 3 people work on this. Okay. Oh, I guess like all the other stuff. Huh. Well, that's it then. We won. Kind of. You're stressing me out. Alright, I'm gonna do a raffle. Thank you all so much for joining today's stream. I appreciate it so much. We'll be live again tomorrow. I hope you had fun watching. And thank you, Buick and Lurvin, for dying immediately. You goobers. I miss you. I miss you too. I miss you too. Bye bye, Stinky Reswell. Thank you. I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm gonna go lay down. Wait, bring back Zanzibar. I will bring back Zanzibar. He will be back here for next stream. Capybara, 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 capybara.
M87 Galactic Nebula just redeemed since / retrieve a Cappy from Davy Jones' locker. Wait brings Zanzibar.
Alright, tomorrow we will be live again. Oh man, are you serial?
Man, are you serial?
And we will be playing Saihate Station. We were supposed to play that during Pride Month, but we didn't because I was sick that day. I'm going to be doing every single game that we were supposed to play during Pride Month, during this this month and the next month, so we can get caught up. And then go back to regularly scheduled programming. And then October, I'm going to try and be live for all 31 days because it's my birthday. My birthday. Lost Records! Yeah, that's on the agenda. That is on the agenda. It will get done this month. All right. Love ya, bee.